Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Home Rockstar Podcast. Excited for today's guest. We're talking to a 25-year media magnate. And what she does is she helps you to position your business for more profitability and more visibility in the market space. So super excited to be rocking out today with Jill Lublin. Hey, Jill, you ready to rock?
I am, Tim. Thanks so much.
Awesome. So we always start off here on a good note. So tell me a story of success in your business that we can be inspired by.
Oh, thank you. Well, when my first book came out, Guerrilla Publicity, that for me was a major success because I've been doing publicity for people for years. I actually started my business in the world of rock and roll and music. I thought you would love that.
Yeah.
And learned how to do guerrilla publicity the right way from the music business. But let me share with you that really getting my first book out, Guerrilla Publicity, was really, for me, very successful, very exciting. And it really began my career as a speaker, as a creator of media mastery intensives, and really getting out there in a much bigger way. So that was a great success.
Nice. Starting in the music business, eh?
Yes.
I thought, were you a musician?
No, actually on the music side, on the business side of it. So I was the director of promotion and publicity at 4 independent record labels. Plus, I was the general manager of the Rock and Roll Museum in San Francisco.
Okay, okay. Well, unfortunately, musicians themselves aren't super good at marketing, are they?
No, unfortunately, they're not. And one of my other parts of my career was I actually was a manager for a band that made it as far as getting in front of the A&R guy. You probably know what that means, the people who make the decisions at
Mhm.
Chrysalis Records. That was pretty exciting. So I have taken that role on, but more from the album side of it for the artists. And I was handling their promotion and publicity through the album, through that was a much better position to play.
Okay. Well, so along with the good notes, sometimes things don't go as planned. There's some bad notes that you get to hit as well. And I'm wondering, can you share with us something that, just didn't go as well that you recovered from and you can help us to avoid it or recover from it if it happens to us?
Yeah, well, I actually had an accident, literally fell over and broke both ankles at once in multiple places. And I ended up in a wheelchair for 5 months, which was, you can imagine being a speaker or an entertainer or anything you do out in the world. Being in a wheelchair and limited mobility is very much going to affect your business. It certainly affected mine and impacted my travel schedule, my speaking schedule, and my client schedule. And I was in pain and hurting, and it was just hard to do life for a while, and so what did I do? Well, I recovered. That's the good news. And I actually really had to kind of look inside and say, where do I need to maybe slow down, or where do I need to do things differently? And I used it as a time to be in that reflection and recreate some things. And also, frankly, you know what I really had to do? I had to learn how to ask for help.
Mm.
Wow, that was a big one. Learning how to ask for help, and very importantly, receiving help. Because I think a lot of us, number one, don't ask for enough help. And if you got a business, you need to be getting help in all kinds of ways from all kinds of mentors. I mean, I'm blessed to be a public relations mentor for many and a visibility mentor. But let me tell you, then receiving the help was also really important. So it was a big lesson for me. And I did it well and I took it well. And now I have, a wonderful life and have gotten great healing, and I'm able to use both my legs in a good way. So we love that.
Wow. Well, that works really well into the next topic, which is talking about the band and, having the people in your entourage, I guess, that can help you. Cause, I think that's one of the things is that when a lot of entrepreneurs, I think, start to do their own thing because they want to do their own thing. And then,
Right.
now you're saying that, well, you're gonna need some help. You can't be awesome at everything, right? And so
Right.
I'm wondering, like, what was your process? Like, how do you find the right people? And what are those people, the most important people that you have in your band?
Oh, and I love the band. And the band, as you know, as a musician, is very important that you all come together. In fact, we have a team meeting today, a full team meeting. So every consistently I have team meetings. Let me just say that because you need to know what each band member is doing. And
Mhm.
frankly, as the leader of the band, which I do consider myself, I've got to know who's doing what, who's playing what, who's, creating good tasks, and more importantly, what makes the cash register ring, because otherwise people can just do tasks. And that was like a big realization for me. Like, what are they doing to make the cash register ring? And that's what people have to actually report in on. Plus, we have 30-minute meetings every single week. And then we have full team meetings. Like, everybody comes together to see each other because I have probably 7 different contractors.
No.
And we do that every 60 days where we all come together and see each other and connect.
Are they
And
all
and then we
local?
have no, everybody, and everybody's in all different places. Doesn't matter to me
Oh.
where anybody is anymore, all over the world, literally. And that works great because there's Zoom and it works.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, doesn't that change the playing field, eh? Now that you have Zoom and you're able to like actually see people and work with people rather than having to only hire in your local market, right?
Oh, it's so much better. And literally, I can have people all over the world. It's very affordable, actually, much more economical. And, different team players focused on different parts, just like people play different things in a band. I've got different people assigned to different parts in my band.
You find it harder hiring people like remotely than when it was face to face?
No, I've got a great resource who actually helps me with this. And I got wonderful people in the Philippines that I'm able to work with at a very affordable rate. And he helps me oversee them and find them. So I'm totally thrilled.
So that's probably an important band member.
Yes, it is. Yes, a virtual assistant resource, which I have if you ever need it. They're terrific.
Wow, right on. So now let's talk a little bit about like learning from others. Like, how did you learn everything that you know now that helps you run your business?
Well, I have mentors and coaches. I'm in masterminds. I keep myself very, shall we say, boxed in, meaning I have support. Just like I'm publicity support for many, I also have my support team. And these are mentors and coaches and masterminds I'm part of. And it is a very essential part of success in my business.
How do you find a mentor?
Well, part of it might be through the different networking groups I'm in or associations I'm part of. Because, for instance, as a speaker, I'm part of what's called National Speakers Association, and I found one of my mentors through there. First, one of my first mentors for 12 years, actually.
Mm.
And then sometimes I go to an event and I just really resonate with someone, or they scare me, one of the two. So sometimes it's good to work with somebody who scares you a little bit because that will bring you into action. So I have always been a woman of action and frankly participated in lots of events that help me grow and make sure that I'm always got my eye on how do I be better? How do
Mm.
I give better to my clients? And that means me being better
So, how, like, where were you on your journey of entrepreneurship when you hired your first coach? Was it right away or was it even
right
before
away.
you? Right away.
Really? Oh, yeah. I've always had somebody in my pocket because as much as I'm good at publicity and the things I'm good at, guess what? I don't know everything and I need support. And I think anybody who's an entrepreneur needs support. And your best opportunity of success is getting support quickly
Yeah.
and not trying to figure it out. Oh gosh, I had a woman just the other day, actually, from my media mastery intensive. She's a diabetes expert. She's a nurse, and she's going to go figure it out. And I'm like, good luck with that, right? Good luck with that. That's going to be tough.
That seems to be what holds a lot of people back is trying to figure it out themselves. And then, you know, what do you think like makes you different in the way that you think that you didn't try to figure things out on your own? You actually went and got help right away.
Well, that's part of what makes me different immediately is that I got help right away. Number one, I'm not going to be a hero. I'm gonna admit that I need support, and I think any entrepreneur, listen, stay in your lane, do what you do well, get paid for it well, and then pay people to support you around you, and that is a great tip for success.
Yeah, I agree. So now we talk about how you can talk to anybody in the world now, through something like Zoom. So, the reach is huge, but how do you, how do you get those people to be fans of yours rather than just an audience?
So part of it, like everything, is you got to serve your audience, right? And give them, good values. So I have a lot of people referring business to me because in my media mastery intensives, I'm giving good value. They know that, they feel that, they are held by me, and we actually get things done. So I'm very practical, and I don't like to, mess around very much in terms of. I think people are busy. I want to be productive. I want to give them great results, and I want to give them value and benefit. And I want to be the person, is best for me to be to give to others the best possible way. So
Yeah.
I'm always working on me, but I'm also delivering a lot of value all at once.
Yeah, I agree. And it's one of those things where, like you say, the referrals is so huge. And the only way you're going to get that referral is really by kind of over delivering, under promising and over delivering, right?
Right, exactly. And I always hope to do that. And then to know you can't please all the people all the time. So you just be the best you are. You'll draw the best people to you who are right for you. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so it's time for your guest solo. So tell me what's exciting in your business right now.
Oh, well, the on my fourth book called The Profit of Kindness, I have actually started kindness circles. And these are wonderful and free opportunities for people to connect and create, well, kindness with each other. And it's just been going so great. I have people from People Magazine. They have this kindness issue. They're coming in, they're talking for like 10 minutes. And then I have two wonderful breakouts, and people actually get to connect and know each other. And it's all done within, a short time period. And I'm very excited about that in my business, and, what that's creating out in the world. And I'm also very excited about the Media Mastery Intensive I do, which is a short, focused program, kind of like a boot camp, but a lot shorter. And people are getting things done. I think we've got the format really dialed in, and so we're playing good tunes
Mhm.
and really enjoying the dynamic of what's going on, and people are really getting a lot of value from that. So I think that's been very successful, and being it's in a good process right now. Let me say it like that.
Okay. Well, so what kind of person would get the most out of, one of these programs?
Consultants, coaches, authors, speakers, and then what I call independent service providers, people who might be chiropractors or real estate or loan people or in the financial field.
Mm.
Typically I serve those audiences.
Okay. And do they need to be at a certain point in their business? Or are they kind of just starting or?
No, I have actually people in the just starting category, in the transition category, like maybe went from corporate into their own business, as well as people are really along the road and, well into their business and success. Because the truth is, listen, business is like a mountain. You keep climbing it, you reach a new elevation, you look out, wow, what a great view. Then you take another step, right? Until you actually reach the top, which as far as I'm concerned, I'll probably be dead by then, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's always a new elevation and there's always a new beautiful lookout. And I think, that's the way to approach business and that's the way to approach life.
Yeah, it's true. Every time you get to the top, you realize that there's another mountain,
Yeah, exactly. And,
right?
there's always another mountain to climb, and that's part of the fun. And you have to definitely enjoy the journey. Otherwise, it's not as much fun. But I certainly think if you enjoy the journey and know that it's part of it, including the success, including the failures, it's all part of it.
Awesome. So how do we find out more about these programs?
Well, if you go to, I've done a free gift for all of your viewers and listeners,
Yeah.
and would love for you to go to publicitycrashcourse.com/free gift. And that is a super wonderful publicity action guide, which takes you deeper on some of the actions that will get your business success. And double gift, because I like to give a lot, is the double gift is a free publicity masterclass direct with me, live and interactive, where you can ask any question that you need to get your publicity success done.
Wow, that's cool. 2 free gifts. I like free stuff.
Yeah. Yes, of course. Who doesn't, right? So that's what it is. And I'm sure it'll be also hopefully in the show notes.
Right on. And so is there any other ways that people can get in contact with you to learn more
Well,
about you?
certainly JillLublin.com, my website, will take you right into all kinds of good things also.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for rocking out with me today.
It's a joy to rock on with you.
Awesome. And to the listeners, make sure you subscribe, rate, and comment, and we'll see you next time on the Work at Home Rockstar Podcast.